The draft is over. The Niners made 11 picks. The national media seems to pretty much hate it. PFF gave the Niners their lowest draft grade. Sports Illustrated gave them a D as well. Larry, I'm not saying you got to give me a letter, but I would like your assessment. What did you like? What did you not like? And what was your overall feeling about this draft?
Well, it was pretty clear they wanted to improve the run D. I mean, the run D was like number 1, 2, 3, 4 picks, all devoted to, to improving the run D. So I do think that was a major problem, but they also couldn't run the ball in short yardage or on the goal line. And I'm not sure if they improved that or not. But it's one of these things where it's a hard thing to say today, the way it's going to go, because it never quite goes the way you want it to go. I mean, heck, last year was a perfect example. Your number 1 pick got shot and totally derailed this whole season. And our expectations went up in smoke. But then it wound up being a really good year overall for the draft class because of guys like Malik Mustafa and Isaac Guerrero and guys like that. So you never know, but I thought the Niners did a pretty good job. You're never going to hit on all your picks. I think I like the linebacker. I love the defensive tackle from Indiana. I think they got a day 3 steal in the Iowa offensive lineman. I think there's some really, really intriguing undrafted guys. I think Mikael Williams is going to be really good against the run to start. The question is how much pass rush, is he going to give you? To me, the biggest swing and the most exciting player in a lot of ways, Grant, is Alfred Collins, because Collins is so big. I mean, 6'5.5", 332 pounds, and yet he moves like a very athletic guy. I mean, like a Chris Jones. I mean, he's really intriguing, and his motor and his desire and his everything about that kid is really unique. So I thought that was a huge swing on maybe the most talented defensive tackle in the group of a very good group. And I thought they also got the safest one in the kid from Indiana. I think the Indiana defensive tackle is really, really safe. He's strong and ridiculous vice grip hands, and he's just a great run defender. And I think he's got a little bit of pass rush. So I really liked what they did up front, and I think they got a steal in this Colby guy in the last round. So the running back, the quarterback pick, I'm just not sure. I mean, history tells us that their undrafted free agent signing at running back will probably outperform, the Oregon running back. So we'll see. I didn't love it, but I could see where they got some real value up front. And I thought that the linebacker is a home run pick, and I was really intrigued by Upton Stout.
I really liked the defensive picks, the first 3 in particular. I felt like it made sense. You're trying to sort of revamp your defense. You start with the defensive line, then you go to the second level, then you go to the third. And maybe you wondered like how much of a pass rusher is Mikael Williams and Alfred Collins, but they're going to greatly improve your run defense right away. And they both have traits and potential to improve as pass rushers and be 3-down players. So I like those picks a lot, both of them. And then the linebacker, Nick Martin, people say he's a reach, but I love the pick. And I feel like I don't understand why he wasn't projected earlier. I mean, he's off the charts athletically in every way except for height. He's 5'11 and a half. So is Greenlaw. He's 10 pounds lighter than Greenlaw. He's got Greenlaw's length, which is going to really help him in coverage. He runs a 4.5. He's vicious. I mean, he had a ton of tackles in 2023, got hurt this year, but he's clearly all the way back. So I like that pick a lot too. Then when they drafted Upton Stout, that's when I first kind of like raised an eyebrow. It's like, wait, like a nickelback over an offensive lineman. And there were 2 offensive linemen that went right before that pick. It was Charles Grant from William Mary and one other guy. Both of them.
Caleb Rogers. Yeah, they both and guys that maybe the Niners had some interest in.
Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe the Niners would have taken one of those guys, so they take Upton Stout instead. I still like that pick, though. He's 5'8 and a half. That's really short for a corner, but we've seen what the Niners can do with short nickelbacks. He could be K'Wan Williams, and with Robert Saleh structuring the defense, it could work. So I even like that pick. Then you get to the next day, and it's like CJ West. It's like, okay, love the player, love the value, but a third defensive lineman before you touch the offensive line. It's like, Okay. All right. But it's CJ West. And it's like he's going to start and he's going to play next to Alfred Collins. And now you have a freaking brick wall. Okay. I like it. I still like it, even though I'm like, you're kind of missing your opportunity to take an offensive lineman. Then they take the wide receiver. I'm like, all right, man. All right, Kyle. Come on. You never change at all. Like, not only did you take a wide receiver at the end of round 4, but everyone agreed that he was a reach. He seems like he has good traits. But he was going around 6 or 7. It's like, man, if you're going to reach for something, why don't you reach for a bigger need? Unless someone could tell me that wide receiver is a worse position than offensive line on the Niners. PrizePicks is sponsoring the Cohn Zone this year. PrizePicks is the leader in daily fantasy and the best place to win cash while watching sports. And the best part about the app is it's really easy to use. To create a lineup, all you have to do is pick more or less on a few players' stats. I'm a Niners guy. So, when I'm doing PrizePicks, I'm looking, the last couple of years, I'm looking at Deebo Samuel because I know Deebo Samuel better than Deebo Samuel knows Deebo Samuel. So if it's like drops, I'm taking more. Or if it's like punches thrown towards his long snapper on the sideline during the fourth quarter of a game, the 49ers will go on to win. I'm smashing more because I know the 49ers and I'm a PrizePicks guy. Now, maybe they didn't have those exact plays, but they have so many plays that'll make your head spin. And you can play PrizePicks in over 40 states, including California and Texas. Best part about it is the new user offer. PrizePicks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. So win or lose, you'll get $50 just for playing. That sounds like a win to me. Use promo code COHN, COHN, to claim your $50 today. Tell them Grant sent you.
Well, and then Tez Johnson went like last in the draft. And, you took this guy in the 5th round. Now, Jordan Watkins was actually one of the receivers that I really liked because he does, to me, he was a really good pick. Why? Because he has both production and vertical.
Traits.
Vertical speed. He's got 4.37 speed, but he also has good hands and he was productive. A lot of times, like Danny Gray could run fast, but is he productive? This guy's actually productive.
And
so I really I like this guy. I'll say this: it never made sense where his rankings were initially. They ranked him as an undrafted free agent or as a 7th round pick. So if you did any of the mocks, you saw him as a 6th or 7th round pick. I thought the Niners could get him in the 6th round, but I thought he'd be a good 6th round pick because he's a good complement for what they have. He can run the gadget plays, but he also has vertical speed. So I like the pick. I do think it was probably 50 picks too early. But they weren't concerned about value clearly throughout this draft.
No, it's unless he was an offensive lineman. When we asked about him after the draft, it's like, well, the board just didn't line up. So after that, they take Jordan James, who looks good. It's just my question is, would you rather have Jordan James or Jordan Mason? And are we sure that Jordan James is better than Corey Kiner, their undrafted free agent? But I like him. He looks pretty good. I'm sure he'll have success. Then Marquise Siegel, tested off the charts. I'm kind of intrigued. That's a really good athlete you get at the end of round 5. And then I got to say, I'm pretty intrigued with the quarterback, even though he's torn his ACL twice and he's 32. I'm very intrigued with Curtis Rourke, I got to say, at least on this team.
I'd feel more comfortable if you called him by his nickname. He goes by the Maple Missile.
The Maple Missile, man, with a name like that, how are you not going to succeed?
I don't know if he goes by it. I just heard somebody call him that, but it's a great nickname.
Yeah.
The Maple Missile. I at first, I had the same reaction to that as I did when I heard this drafted Brock Purdy. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Really? But then the more I watched Purdy, I was like, I really like him. And the more I watch this guy, I can see why they like him. But there's no mobility or anything. So he's definitely a pocket.
Have you watched his Ohio tape yet?
He was good at Ohio.
He could run a little bit at Ohio.
And he did. And he runs. He just doesn't. He's 6'5", 225.
He's not elusive.
He's not an elusive.
But
runner.
he can sort of get himself going in one direction with a little momentum.
What I liked about him on the run actually was that he throws well on the run.
Yep.
Even though I don't think he's a fast runner. When he's running, there's a little Roethlisberger there where it's like some guys run and their accuracy goes downhill. This guy runs and he can actually throw on the run with pretty good accuracy. You never go wrong drafting a quarterback if you really believe in him. And the way Shanahan was talking to him on the conference call, you'd swear this guy's the quarterback of the future.
Given the success they've had, I'm going to talk about that for a second. Given the success they've had with Purdy, I feel like they owe it to themselves to take a quarterback in round 7, let's say every other year. Why not? Because it's like the way your team is structured, the way you build, the way you have all these weapons and the scheme you have, a lot of quarterbacks could have success. You don't necessarily have to get guys with premium traits. What I've noticed about Rourke, he doesn't have a big, strong arm. His arm is very Purdy-esque. It's good. It's good enough. He can make all the throws. He's accurate, but he's not like piercing the defense, driving the ball. He's not Stafford or Tyler Shook. Good arm. Smart. Doesn't hold the ball a long time. Isn't playing hero ball. Seems like he fits the system, but also the one thing they kept mentioning from Kyle to Tariq Ahmad to Josh Williams, tall, great height, good size, really good vision. Can see the field. It's like, ooh, is that a dig at the guy you're about to pay a lot of money to? It feels like a dig. I don't know.
That would be not good biz.
No.
Let's take a dig at our $100 million quarterback.
Because Brock's the one who brought it up 2 months ago, right, on that podcast. He's like, it's a funny thing. You
can't always see it.
Always see it.
Well, I thought you were going to bring up the fact they kept saying how tough he was. You remember the last quarterback?
He constantly gets hurt.
Remember the last quarterback that they kept talking about his toughness?
Beathard.
C.J. Beathard.
Yeah, it was Beathard.
C.J. Beathard. This guy. Oh, how about this? Let's not find out how tough our quarterback is.
Let's just give him a good offensive line.
Let's not find out how. Yeah. Maybe let's get the not toughest quarterback, but maybe protect him. Instead of we got a guy that absolutely can take abuse, and we will find out how much abuse he can take.
So they take Connor Colby in the 7th round. Good scheme fit, comes from Iowa. Clearly, coached well. Good athlete too. My question with him is these 32-inch arms. Like, what are you? Can you play in the NFL? Can you play guard with 32-inch arms? 33, yeah. 32, you're entering T-Rex territory. And no offense to dinosaurs.
And they've got a very, very powerful lobby. That was a good move by you. I don't know. I mean, to me,
shot 7th round.
He played at Iowa. Yeah. And he had 50 starts and he's only 22. And then when I watched his film, I love his film. I mean, he's efficient and smart, but when he gets a chance, he finishes. So this is a guy, here's the thing about it too. He played right guard the entire time and and the guy didn't miss anything. I mean, he's tough and he played all the time and they're really well coached. They had a really solid scheme. Clearly, he understands some of the nuances. Dom Pooney has played the left side. Will they put this kid at right guard and move Pooney to left guard, or will they start Pooney at right guard and let Ben Bartch play left guard? My guess is it's probably going to be this kid. We'll see. But I mean, Bartch has had a hard time staying healthy. He's an older guy who's got more experience, a little bigger body, but can he stay healthy? And this guy's like never, ever, ever missed a game in college. It's like, you know what? I might plug and play the Iowa rookie right away if he shows that he's got the ability to do it.
I noticed that no one seems to want Spencer Burford to start at left guard. Is that wrong? A lot of people,
I'll look at it this way. Today, isn't Spencer Burford going to play tackle? Who are your backup tackles on this team? The starting tackles we know are Trent Williams and Colton McKivitz.
But couldn't he be the swing tackle and the starting left guard? Like, he starts at left guard, and if someone goes down and tackle, then he moves over, and then you bring in Ben Bartch. Because I think he's making 3 times what Bartch is making this year. The Niners don't pay people to just not play.
Burford has the perfect physique and profile to play. It's just a matter of Simon Sound and how ready is he? Because he's been in the system for a while.
Contract year.
He played right tackle at Texas San Antonio.
Dude, if Burford comes out and plays one solid year, he's making $19 million next year.
Yeah, it's the Jalen Moore treatment.
Yeah,
it's called the Jalen Moore experience. You surf a good year to generational wealth.